Hey there, in this video I'm going to be doing a walk around of my decked system and talk a little bit about why I decided to pick one up. For those of you that are new to the channel, I have a 2019 Ford F-250. It has the 6.7 Power Stroke. I primarily use the truck to travel long distances, whether I'm towing campers commercially or just traveling with a lot of gear in my bed for my action sports business. Now, it goes without saying that this setup won't really work for someone who needs to run a fifth wheel hitch or a gooseneck hitch. I tow bumper pull. I'm just doing travel trailers because I have a 250 and I don't have a CDL. So in order to keep myself under 26,000 pounds, I just run bumper pull. But for those of you that have a cap, or maybe you have a rooftop tent on that cap, this system is awesome. I don't know many people that use the bed of their pickup truck, especially short bed, to haul material. I guess if you wanted to put a dump insert in this, the deck system would also kind of make that hard to do, but you can put up to 2,000 pounds on top of the deck system, and it does have tie-down D-rings. So, you know, you have these flip-up D-rings here that work really well if you need to tie a bit of cargo in the bed. And they still give you storage past these little turnbuckles in here for stuff in front of and behind the wheel wells. So just to give you a tour of my drawers, on this side, on the left, I have wheel chocks. I typically do that if I have to block the trailer up for the night and the truck and I don't want to set the parking brake for whatever reason. I'll just throw those under the truck or the trailer if I'm like parking on a hill, just so if something happens in the middle of the night, it doesn't roll away while I'm asleep. This drawer has most of my tools. So this is primarily trailer tools. You'll see when you open this, I do have an extension 7-pin connector. I have my little step stool here for getting in and out of the back of the truck. This bag has my hitch tools, so I have a set of D-rings and some various pins and things in here that I use when hooking up chains to the back of the truck. Under that, you'll see I have a full-size socket set, I have my 1/2-inch deep socket set, and then under there I have a set of Allen keys. Now, if I pull this drawer even farther out, you'll see another case, decked case, shoved back in here. This is spare towing equipment. So I have spare ratchet straps, I have bungee cords, I have spare D-rings, a set of fuses, just basically anything you would need spares of in case someone either steals them at a truck stop or they break. Now to the side here, you will see my torque wrench, and then I have a breaker bar under there that go with this socket stuff. So when I'm hooking up my weight distribution hitch, I typically use that socket set and this socket set and then the torque wrench just to get the clamps that attach to the trailer frame snugged up so that, you know, they don't move at all when I'm in transit. And lastly, this front case here just holds miscellaneous tools. And so, you know, I have a spare hitch lock for the top of the hitch pin. I have some sockets, I have some anti-seize, some blue Loctite, I have some Gorilla construction adhesive, I have my trim tool, I have, you know, various sizes of screwdrivers, and then under that I have my bigger tools. I have a 7-pin tester, I have my FU hammer, which is just the persuader that I use if something's being stubborn, and a bunch of other things under there. They also give you a little bit of storage up here at the front of the drawer, and I just keep my 2-inch ball in there, but I rarely use it. These drawers do come with locks. I don't have mine yet, they're in the mail, but you put them in here and they basically keep someone from being able to open the drawers when your bed is down. There's all kinds of nice little details. They have a weather strip that runs across the top here, and that keeps any sort of water from getting in your drawers. I've had these in for almost a month now, and it's been raining torrentially about every night here in St. Louis, and I have yet to get a single drop of water in these drawers. The drawers also have a feature where once you pull it out past a certain place, it will lock in place, and so in order to put it back in, you need to lift up a little bit on the drawer just to get it past that lip. And then once it's there, they're just slam latches. Moving on to the other side here, they give you a kind of front compartment here. I have some microfiber towels, I have some shop towels, I have zip ties, and then under here I have a small pair of Nip-X pliers. These are really handy just to either put away my breakaway battery or tighten up a bolt or just get something. Obviously have my wire cutters here as well to cut zip ties on and off trailers, tape measure, painter's tape, and then this is the bolt for the handle on my 3-ton jack. It's important to note as well that these cases are watertight. So they are waterproof. You're not going to get any water in there. And so in this case, I keep my brushless tools, or some of them, I should say. So I have a work light in case I have to do stuff on the truck at night or if I'm stuck by the side of the road. I have my little impact. I have my ratchet, powered ratchet, and then the charger. And then I actually do keep air compressor right behind my seat, but occasionally I'll stick its battery back here. And so it just, you know, again, allows you to carry this kind of stuff without having to have it in the cab of your truck. And you'll see they do have a watertight seam here that seals with the case. And I haven't gotten a drop of water in these. Moving a little farther back, this drawer is freighted. And I mean, the amount of weight these things can hold is pretty crazy. But I have a 3-ton jack and its handle collapsed right over here. And so I use that to, you know, put my spare on if I need it. Knock on wood, haven't had to use that yet. Usually to rotate tires or do other things like checking my front end. So having a 3-ton jack as opposed to one of those little itty bitty, you know, jacks that you have to bring with you, it's just nice, because when you have a big truck like this, you don't really want to be relying on one of those spindly spare tire jacks they give you from the factory. My favorite feature of these cases by far is the fact that although they have latches on the front, like a normal toolbox would, these top latches let you access the case without having to jam your fingers down in the side. So this case has a bunch of miscellaneous stuff. I have Gorilla Tape, I have WD-40, I have spare grease fittings, gloves, I have a funnel, I have my ear protection, I have my file for a chainsaw, I have a really big wrench, and I have a crowbar all in this case. And it just stays right here in case I need to get anything in there, and makes it super easy to get at. I backed up and stood to the side a little bit in case you're curious how far these extend. So you can reach all the way into the back of the drawers if you need to get something. Typically when I pull my jack out, I take this case out, I remove that divider, and then the jack comes out. It's a pretty easy process. Moving into the actual truck bed. So you will see that they did a really great job making the deck system conform to the contours of your bed. You can access the behind the wheel well storage that I kind of showed earlier in this video by pulling up on this, and you can see you get quite a bit of storage space down there. Now we're gonna crawl back here, and I've been sleeping on this, and it's actually pretty nice because if any water drips down there through the cap, it actually goes down under the deck system. I don't get wet, so that's been pretty cool. If I pull up like this, I have these specific cavity boxes from Decked in here, and so these will seal up with this top piece so you won't get any water in there. But you can see if you wanted to, you can pull them out, you can move them to the front, and there's a bunch of storage in there. So you pretty much have access to all the storage in front of your wheel well, and you'll see I can put my hand in there. It goes all the way down to the bottom of your bed. That's the system, and that's why I got it. I think the most important thing here is to make sure that this fits your application. If you're towing gooseneck or fifth wheel, obviously in a heavy duty pickup truck, this doesn't make a lot of sense. But for my specific application in a 250, you know, if you're running a 250 more as a weekend warrior setup, or maybe you have a truck camper, or maybe you're using it as a service vehicle and you want extra drawer space, I could see this being a cool add. Maybe if you had a lot of tools in your bed often, or you know, you have a lot of tools in your bed and you need to stack stuff on top of it, like additional cargo, could be a really cool option. For those of you who don't have a Ford F-Series Super Duty truck, Decked makes a bunch of these for different vehicles. They even have one for Sprinters and Ford Transits, if I'm not mistaken. So check out their website. I'll leave a link below. It's an awesome system. It's super durable. It's 100% recycled plastic, or it's made out of recycled plastic, and it's built in Ohio and designed in the US. So they're an American company. They're, you know, bringing jobs and keeping jobs in the US, and the product they make is super solid, and it just saves you so much space and headaches keeping all your tools secure, dry, and giving you easy access to them. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you next time here on Power Stroke Maintenance. Cheers.